Warning. The following episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind contains explicit language and adult content. The thoughts and opinions stated on the show are reflective of AJ Orsini and his guests exclusively. But seriously, guys, the show's called Uncensored. If you got a problem with bad language, AJ Orsini, once again, here with Orsini's Uncensored Mind in episode 50. 5-0. Now, like I said last week, it's a little misleading. You would think a weekly show, that means 50 weeks, but I've done some episodes in between, so it hasn't exactly been 50 weeks, but we are here with the 50th episode. Never thought I'd get here, but I am here, and I'm not alone. Yes, I have been guest-friendly for the last month, but this is it. This is the last one for a while, because I'm heading back to school, I'm heading back to work, a lot of shit going down. That's why I got all my guests in early. But I had to end with a bang. I had to end with something special for the 50th episode. And if you're listening to me right now on ajoum.podbean.com, thank you for listening on the Podbean app or the website or any other way that you're using Podbean. The other way to find me and find this show on other platforms, I used to list them. I stopped listing them because there's just too many for me to keep track of. So I found an easy solution last week. Google the fucking show. I found this out last week. I Googled my own show live as I was recording it, and I found out I'm in more places than even I knew. Because apparently the places that I've been posting my links to, they have subsidiary sites as well. So there's like 15 different places in which you can catch the show where it's up to date, episode by episode. The main place, obviously, ajoum.podbean.com, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, all the cool shit. You can check it out there. I'm pushing the YouTube channel, guys. I got more content coming up on that. You guys can check that out. And, of course, the sexiest t-shirt on the planet, Orsini's Uncensored Mind, the gray tee, big logo on the front. I wore it back from my vacation. The bitches were all over me. It's crazy. You can have bitches all over you, too, if you go to prowrestlingtees.com/AJOUM. Now, I did mention that I'm not alone. Today is a very special episode. It's episode 50. And I feel like when you have something special like the 50, just like the game once said, you look to your blood. You look to the family. Now, he looked to the clique. I don't have a clique per se. I have a GOAT. I have the greatest of all time. You guys remember them from episode 17. I had three members sitting here last time. I have 2 today. So technically speaking, while they are GOAT members, I am considering this a Zoltan episode today. We're going to be talking about the Zoltan. We're talking about my main man, the man they call Whiplash, and of course the Cap, the Toot, the Absolute, Chris Cage in the house. Zoltan, what's going on, guys?
What up, brother?
You guys are back in the house of O. You guys caught me right after my vacation. You're back in the saddle again here in Orsini's Uncensored Mind. It's been a while. So I have to rattle off some numbers real quick because I don't know if you guys are aware of this. For forever, you guys were the second highest downloaded episode literally ever of all time. Second, Negro was one. Was one. You guys went back and forth for a while there.
I'm leaving.
Hey, that's not my fault. Tell your fans to get download the show. You guys were going back and forth for a while, and pretty much since your episode aired, nothing, even my own shit, has not come close to your numbers, okay, from the last episode. That was until I did Ariella Nix a few weeks ago, and then she beat you guys in 24 hours.
Who's that now?
Ariella Nix.
All right.
So this is the one, guys. This is the episode. To be fair, I wasn't on the platforms I was with you guys. I was still in the beginning stage when
That's
you guys.
What it is. We was already highest rated.
Yeah, exactly.
And
you were
we
highest
had a
rated
disadvantage,
for that long.
baby.
Exactly.
Ariella Nix, I'm just letting you know we're coming for that ass, girl.
You guys did it in the Babe Ruth era. It was before all the technology stepped up. your record stood the test of time. So this is going to be the big episode here, the return of the Zoltan. Now, one more thing for the fans before we get into this conversation. When last they sat on the very same couch you're sitting on right now, like I said, many months ago, they were here. They were the WXWC4 Tag Team Champions. It's a company. Hold on. Don't ruin my tease here. Right, okay. When they sat on this couch, they were the Tag Team Champions. This is the company out in PA, Allentown, I believe, ran by the Anawahi family, famed family. You guys were the Tag Team Champions. As an update for those of you listening to the show, they are still the fucking tag team champions of WXWC4. There's no breaks in between. They have not lost a single title match since that time that they've been here. Still reigning long-time tag team champions. The last time you guys were here, we talked a little bit about your humble beginnings. We brought you up to date to today. Catch us up, boys. What's been going on with this tag team title reign? What's the deal with this?
Longest reigning champions
ever
in the history of the company.
And counting.
And counting.
You guys are still the champs.
Actually, next week we got a big tag team steel cage.
Tag team steel cage. I did
First
want to
time
talk
we ever
about
been in
that
a
a little bit. I'm going to talk about that a little later on in the show.
All
We're
right.
definitely going to talk about that steel cage match because if I'm not mistaken, it's your first cage match.
It is our first cage match ever. You are correct.
Now, Cage, last time we were here, you put a nice little promo on the audience here. The last time you was here, putting over the goat, putting over the group, and since the last time you guys have been sitting here, you've added a new member to the group. Is there any way you can talk a little bit now? Because the roll call is Chris Cage, Whiplash, Rays, and Ivy Roman, which was the last time. We have a new member to the greatest of all time.
We do have a new member, and she is known the world over as the White Lotus, JL Kodo. That's right, two-time world Taekwondo champion in competitive Taekwondo competition. I'm telling you, this girl is a bad-ass chick.
You guys went out and got your own Spanish Ronda Rousey.
That's right.
To the group.
This is real life.
If you guys check her out on social media, I mean, those are real videos. She beats the shit out of
Real
people
shit.
for real. And the family's growing here. You guys have got a lot of momentum right now as a tag team, the two of you, the big man doing this thing. Now, you guys always had Ivy Roman in your corner. Now you're bringing in this new brutal force here. How has the chemistry been working out with this new member now? You guys still the fam? Or
I gotta
stretching
be honest.
out a little thin?
I gotta be honest. It may be hard to believe, but the family is in a stronger place than it has ever been, and that covers a lot.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to both Ivy Roman and now JL Kodo, it surprises me very, very much how they have blended with us, how they fit with us, and how it feels like they've been with us for almost our entire run. It's almost scary sometimes how much we gel together.
Last time you guys were here, we told the story of how Ivy got involved in the situation, and that was through you, Whiplash. You were a trainer of hers. You brought her into the fold. Are you now also with the Kodo situation?
Actually, no. JL Kodo was trained by Johnny Rods.
Okay.
And yeah, I had the same reaction. But what it is Ivy Roman kind of has her own solo projects that she just does on her own.
She's her own person. She does her own
And
thing.
she
Right?
does a thing in where is it at again?
In Delaware.
Delaware.
Okay.
CWA.
Yes, Ivy was promoting that show last time she was here.
Well,
Right? Yes.
she managed JL there.
Ah, okay.
And she was just felt like JL was just that cool, and JL happens to be from the Bronx, so we all got together, trained together, hung out together, enjoyed one of these nasty shots together,
Okay.
and she is now one of us.
So I'm assuming she passed the in-ring test. Because
Well, yeah,
Oh, no, yeah,
it was definitely
the
one of those
in-ring.
things that we didn't plan, and it wasn't even something that we talked about until later
those
on.
are the best kind of situations.
Yeah, it just kind of happened. Like Mike said, the JL and Ivy relationship was something that they found independently. They found each other and they bonded, and
And she brought her before the brothers.
one thing led to another, and that's right. We got to train together, and it was instant.
Oh.
We took a road trip together, and that kind of it
that
was
sealed the
stamp.
bond?
Yeah, it was
It fit like a
definitely
glove.
the seal of approval. Yeah.
Oh, well, for a lot of mixed martial artists, sometimes when they come from that physical world, transitioning to pro wrestling is a little odd. I'm not the biggest Johnny Rods guy in the world, but he's trained a few people. How see, you're giggling. See, I hold grudges. Is what it is. And when you slam a door in my face, I remember. That's why when I do shit like this show, and it's like the George Lopez thing with Eric Estrada. He's like, now I have an HBO shuffle, so
Yeah.
fuck Eric Estrada.
There you go.
Now I have a show, 14 countries, 2,000 dollars. Fuck Johnny Rods.
There you go.
But I don't say that to his students because I've actually met a few students of his that are actually pretty cool and work really well.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to, because I've yet to see her work. I know of her. of course, through social media stuff like that. I've never really had a chance to see the in-ring work. When you guys jumped into the ring with her for the training for the first time, how did that work itself? Were you guys like stunned by it, or were you like, okay, she, you just kind of accepted the way she worked?
My first words, I turned to Mike and I said, "She's nasty."
Okay, there you go.
And with the whole way wrestling is going right now, like women are just stepping it up all over the place. And
absolutely. I just bought my tickets to Evolution today. I know what you're talking
I'm not gonna lie.
one of them.
If you wanna get down to the nitty gritty of this whole operation, the fact of the matter is that the women's revolution, whatever you want to call it, is taking off worldwide, baby,
Yeah.
nationwide, worldwide.
All over.
Am I holding? Am I paused?
No, you're good.
Oh, you know how. Just got to make sure. Know how.
I'll give you the Iggy, brother. You go right ahead. Don't let what I'm doing ruin your flow, bro.
You know how hot
I'm my own engineer. I don't have the payroll right now to get other people to work behind the glass, so I have to like push all the buttons at the same time.
He needs more arms, this guy.
So go ahead. We're ruining your flow here.
That's all right. You know how popular women's wrestling is right now.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I was thinking about it. We brought the Silver Queen into the mix. She's boosted the family by 1,000 points. And just by that token, we met J.O. Cotto. She messed with the family. She meshed with the family. And it was like, why not attack the business from that angle too? You got the Zoltan, the heart and soul of the greatest of all time. The founding fathers, baby, dominating the tag team scene.
Right.
You said it. 420 days, as the WXWC4 tag team champion.
That's a funny number.
How
That's
coincidental.
an amazing number.
Mike's favorite number.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, I always have high praise for the Zoltan when it comes to their tag team reigns and definitely their championships. You guys are running the tag team division. The big man. Big man's over here squashing dinosaurs or some shit. What
That's
the fuck? The Jurassic Juggernaut, I believe, was the last time. Yeah.
Well, the big brother, the little brother, he's on a crusade to prove why he's the number one big man going today.
I'm going to get my chance to get him on this show one way or fucking another. Getting him out of his fucking house is like a
probably
trial.
Gonna have to broadcast from his house.
I'm probably going to have to bring the shit to
car. Yeah, I don't know.
I would do that, but I don't know if Susan's going to let me yell. So I can't. It's going to be a low key episode.
Before 10 o'clock. As long as
my intro, how is everyone doing? I have to use my inside voice in Susan's house.
It's the first episode of Censored Mind.
Yes. Censored.
There you go.
That's a very poopy decision you made. I'll have to say like some outlandish, some really low key outlandish shit. Oh man, what a kerfuffle you were in 2 weeks ago.
Much like the Silver, I will say, much like the Silver Queen, Jo is one of the toughest girls that we've ever met, and I'll tell you what, I'll send my two sisters after you before I even have to lift a finger.
Speaking of the Silver Goddess, she's run into some health issues recently. What's her situation? Everything all right on her end? And I know you guys had a big road trip, and then she came back, and then she wasn't feeling very well.
Well, the sister has some nagging health issues that she's been dealing with for quite some time, even before she joined the team. Right. And just some things that she has to deal with, and we're hoping that she comes back really soon. She's
definitely missed.
She's definitely missed, and she's very important to what we got going on.
Yeah, shout out to the Silver Queen. She couldn't
shout
be here
out.
today.
Love to the sister Evie.
She's getting healthy.
We love you, girl.
Getting healthy over here. I'm gonna share a quick story with my brothers because it pertains to something that I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So I just came back from vacation. I just did my episode last week, letting everybody know all the crazy shit that happened to me, or happened on the vacation. Nothing really happened to me. Let me not go that far. But I was telling a story recently about me conquering some fear. Okay, because I have a thing for sea creatures. I don't like being in the water whilst sea creatures are in the water.
We share this.
We share this. Okay, so we did something on the trip. We went to a place called Discovery Cove, where the whole idea is that you swim with animals. Now, I thought it was an area where you can go with animals and an area without. And it was. There was different areas. There's a lazy river, all this different stuff. There's only really one section for the animals. Mm-hmm. Everything else is sans animal. You can do whatever you want. You could drink in the water, all this different stuff. It was nasty, right? Nice. So I had to wrap my head around the idea that I was going to get in the water with fish. Ugh. Okay, so I said, okay, I'm going to do this. This is going to happen. So I was already prepped. I got in the water. Fish were going around. I was going easy. Everything was going all right. And then there was a dark spot on the floor So I said, Steph, real quick, what is that? And like a dumbass, she goes, let me see. And then she kicked it. And I was like, oh, no, you shouldn't do that. No. But it was a rock. So we were like, all right, good. She was like, no, it's a rock. Look. I said, great. So I started looking around. There's coral, there's reef. They try to make it look as real for the fish as possible. So all right, cool. So I started walking around. I got him. I'm feeling Billy Badass over here. I'm feeling confident until one of the rocks moved. And I said, time out. What is that? And I said, why don't you do your little kick thing again and see what's going on over here? And she walked over to it, paused, looked down and went, nope, that's a stingray. And I went, what? What happened now? She goes, no, that's a stingray. And I'm like, that's a really big spot. So I'm looking, I'm like, that shit had to be at least 30 fucking feet. It was like a big ass thing like this. And I started seeing the sides of it like that. It was just fucking hovering. So, no, I'm not going anywhere near that. And then she was like, no, if you just walk around it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to walk around that. So we debated in the water about walking around, and finally I caved. I said, you know what, I'm holding him. So I was like, I don't want him to feel like I'm nervous because then he's going to get nervous.
Right.
So I said, fuck it, I'm going to walk around the stingray. I took one step. Whoop, and a second stingray swished right by and hit me on the leg with his fin. And I said, and I backed the fuck up, and I was gone, brother. Now, I found a different section of the place to go, so I didn't tap out completely. But that was a quick reminder really fast that I didn't want to fucking be in here. Fear is a very important thing. And the reason why I'm going to ask you this question right now is because I'm giving you an example of me overcoming said fear, okay? You guys are a little long in the tooth. You guys have been doing this for a long time. And when last you were here, you guys had all these great plans of where you were going to take the group and take the team. Is there any fear at this point that where you are, or where you're headed, I should say, is becoming a little harder to reach for you? You understand where I'm coming with that? Are you feeling like the success that you really want is just coming a little out of reach? Or because you guys are making so many great moves right now, but it just feels like you're still grabbing more and more each day. Are you at that stage now as a team when you're like, the countdown is...
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Probably like a year ago.
Yeah.
Due to our age.
Yes.
Which we don't look.
Right. No, you don't.
I kind of did. I kind of had these fears that you're talking about. Like, maybe by the time we do make it to the places that we want to make it to,
right,
we'll be too old. And not that we can't go or anything like that, but just we won't feel the same ourselves.
The dreaded bump card.
Yeah.
Will the number be too high by the time I know?
And by the time I'm 40 years old, I don't think I'm going to feel the same way I do now about anything. Road trips.
Yeah.
Just, I don't want to work with this fucking guy right here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever.
That veteran card comes out, you're like, nah, fuck that.
But then at the same time, I'm a veteran in life.
Right,
at 40 years old, you're a life veteran, not a wrestling veteran.
Right. Which
so
you would think
at
supersedes.
40 years old, somebody doesn't want to treat me like I'm a nigga. I'm 40 years old.
Yeah.
Like, what you know what
Cage, we had several conversations in the past about this where you're like, I'm only doing this for 2 more years. I'm only doing this 3 more years. And then, but the more... I think, and you can clarify, what keeps you going is that the minute you get to that point, this big thing happens, and then you're like, that's like another year of my life now that I gotta.
you kind of hit the nail on the head. You and I have had this conversation a while. You know that I've, at least personally for myself, have always had sort of a time clock on me, and like you said, the dreaded bump card. In response to the dreaded bump card, I will say that I think me and the brother are working the smartest we've ever worked in our entire life. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that we've extended our bump card a little bit.
Yes.
And you just hit the nail on the head. As far as the time clock goes, while I'll admit that there might be things that we still haven't done that we want to,
right.
I do not feel in the position to answer your question. I do not feel in the position that what we want is necessarily out of reach.
Right. So you don't have that fear, like no matter how much I go, it's just not going to happen.
No.
You right now, you're confident this is going to happen.
As a matter of fact, as of all the recent times, a lot of the conversations that we've had, especially us two, have been very positive and very optimistic in terms of we feel like things are really starting to pay off now.
Yeah.
And the opportunities that are starting to come our way are the result of that patience, of the work, and of, not necessarily throwing in the towel yet.
Because I remember when you guys really started focusing on being full-time professional wrestlers, And by the time you had made the decision in your minds, okay, this is what I'm going to do, the reputation was kind of already in place. It wasn't like you guys came off of like some sort of rookie sheet where you guys were out of the school and all of a sudden here's these two, potential guys. You guys already had a reputation of being able to A, work with anybody, and B, pull a great match out of your ass whenever possible. Did that help in the transition of really committing to doing this and saying, okay, I know I can achieve this now, because the people around you now are starting to feel like, okay, yeah, they're really as good as we heard they were.
For us, it was more like a finally.
Yeah,
now it's happening. It's like, dude, finally.
Yeah, word.
You see us
all
now.
The people that you guys are beating up on had already achieved this, and you're like, okay, but they're telling you we're better than them, so why are we not here yet?
In all honesty, I think that, and if anyone might agree with this the most, it may be you, because we've also had these conversations. I think in the past, our biggest enemies have been ourselves.
Yes.
You've told us that.
Mm-hmm.
Other people have told us that. You've tried to beat us in the head for a long time about that. And I don't know, just one day, me and Mike stopped wanting to hear it, and it just kind of one day sunk in. And we were like, you know what? We are our worst enemies. A lot of our conversations in the past couple of months have been to try and attack the business both inside and outside the ring in a different way, with a different mindset, to try and get a different result. They always say, the cliche, trying to get a different result by doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's also contributed to the change in our momentum as well.
I think it's a mentality shift, not just for you guys as professional wrestlers, but as men.
That's right.
Because what happened is that you guys were the high school standouts. You guys were stars. For as long as you knew wrestling, you guys were always the top. Always. So you guys went from high school straight to the league. And when you got to the league, it was a rough transition, because you were already anticipating, okay, you guys know that I'm great. Please use me in the way in which you know that I'm great. And the business just kept trying to humble you and humble you and humble you. And as soon as you guys adjusted and put in the time, now you guys are really starting to flourish. Your game is probably better now than it's ever been. So now that you guys are on this high rise, now that you've answered the question, you don't really have any fear. So now I take it the next way, not just whether or not you have fear, but I want to give an example to the audience in which how you have accomplished that, conquering said fear, because you guys did have that fear at one point and you overcame it. You were telling an amazing story on the way to my house. I was going to ask you this during the show, but you already gave the whole story. Do you mind sharing the story again?
Good. I'll share it.
So before I get to you, Cage has had multiple injuries. He's been banged up 1,000 times. I've literally seen this guy almost shatter his ankle in a match and still continue. Swear to God, he'd never do anything off the top again, yet here we go, coming off the top rope. But Whiplash, your leg literally exploded. Now, the last time you were here, I asked you guys a million questions, but there were still so many things that I wanted to ask that I didn't get a chance to. So here we are with part 2, the Zoltan episode. Your leg. If we could use that word seriously, because I'm not sure it's much of a leg anymore. It's a prosthetic at this point, right?
It's metal, baby. I'm good.
He is the literal Iron Man. Tell the story of how you injured it, and then the story you told me earlier of all the stuff that took place after that.
All right. Well, just a little piece of advice, people: stay away from baseball slides.
That was the same injury that got RVD, wasn't it?
RVD, Liger.
Yeah, Liger, yeah.
Who was the most recent? The flippy guy in WWE?
Oh, Neville, yes.
Neville got the same one. Yeah, I was doing a baseball slide. I was actually teaching somebody, a bunch of people, how to do baseball slides. Just one person couldn't get it.
Right.
And I don't know if I should say his name.
Care to name drop?
Fucking G.A. West. But anyway, I was trying to teach this guy the baseball slide. He couldn't get it. I did about 20 of them that day.
Yeah, right.
And just the last one was tragic. And
you were out.
My foot kind of rolled behind me and got destroyed.
Okay, so you would think at that point, you've been wrestling a long time. You've had injuries before this point.
Yeah.
You're thinking your ankle's fucked.
I was the way it was, like the way it rolled back, I was expecting my leg to be hanging.
Okay.
Like
but it
Sid
wasn't.
Vicious kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't hanging. So that when I saw that it wasn't hanging, I thought I was good. I didn't think my injury was as bad as it was.
Right.
Because, like you said, I've been hurt a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
This could just be a tweaked ankle, twisted, whatever.
Bad bend, maybe a bruise on the ligament
You know what I
or
mean?
something.
Something
yeah.
like that. Until I took my shoe off.
Oh. Until you took your
When
shoe
I
off.
took
And
my
then
shoe
you
off.
got wobbly at that point?
No, when I took my shoe off, the top of my foot, where I had the most breaks,
Okay. He said breaks,
everything
folks,
went
plural.
everything went up. So the top of my foot, like up here,
Yeah.
kind of deal, looked almost like a ramp.
Okay. What he's pointing to is where the front bone of your foot is. It's propped up, like you said, like a ramp.
it was
It's like
like-
an L shape almost.
Yeah, it was
like.
pretty terrible.
Okay.
So once I saw that, was when I said the word ambulance. That's it. Nothing else. Not call them. Not none of that. Yo, ambulance now.
Don't WebMD this shit. Don't
Yo,
Google nothing. Let's just call
ambulance,
the professionals
okay?
right now ASAP.
Then the ambulance people got there, didn't ask no questions. Saw the foot. Okay,
Just-
buddy,
yeah.
you're coming with us.
They didn't give you the pain question on a
Nothing.
1 to 10.
Nothing.
Okay.
No.
Because
Saw
I
the-
got the pain question like 1,000
They
times.
saw
yeah.
the ramp and knew automatic I had to go.
Okay. No
So-
questions asked. Ship you off.
Get to the hospital, take an x-ray. Now the x-ray lady just tells me there's a break. Like a single break.
Oh, there's a break.
Yeah, exactly like that too. Like very nonchalant, like it was all good. Oh, there's a break. You're all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're,
cool.
you're all right.
So another group of doctors come
Uh-huh.
who have also studied the x-ray, and they told me that I should just come to the realization that I need surgery.
Okay.
I still didn't know how bad my leg was. They just told me I needed surgery.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. They walked away from me. Another lady came and gave me some morphine,
Nice.
which was awesome.
Made you feel like a wrestler, right?
Oh, buddy, I felt like a drug addict. That's what I felt like. So, another doctor comes and she, started explaining exactly what I did
Right.
to my leg, which was broke my fibula in half
Oh, God.
and cracked it at the bottom of the break. Dislocated my ankle, broke my foot in 4 places, and tore everything in my ankle.
If it's vital, it's broken in there.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
was-
point.
it was-
from a baseball slide.
From a baseball slide. That was the doctor actually told me asked me how did I do this, because they thought I was in some kind of accident, like car accident, something crazy.
Just mangled, yeah.
And I told him one baseball slide, the foot rolled back, that was it. So
Then he had to go into what a baseball slide is.
Yeah, exactly.
And spend 10 minutes
then
explaining that to them.
I'm talking to doctors who know nothing about wrestling. So
But it's an actual baseball slide, right? Like in baseball.
yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where the name. It's like tell the doctor, asshole. You ever seen someone go from first to second? I did that.
The other doctor comes in and goes, so he was playing baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
So-
leg went this way and my foot went that way.
So-
That's what happened.
A month later,
A month. Okay, wait. Time out. wait. So you went in. They diagnosed you with broken everything, and then a month later.
all right. Yeah,
So you went
another-
home after this diagnosis.
Yeah, another piece of advice to other independent wrestlers: seek medical insurance. That might be a good idea.
Stop walking by that metro van and talk to these people
Yeah,
and figure it
that's
out.
actually a very good idea.
Yeah.
Talk to those people.
Just to see what's
Okay?
up. Just to see
That's
what's
it.
up.
They
So,
probably
dude, you had
got
to wait a
some good
month
stuff.
to even discuss what's going to happen with your leg.
I think it's bullshit, but what they told me was my leg was too swollen to do anything to it. This is what the doctor
So they
told
sent you home with
Yes.
a leg with several breaks in it.
me. Yes.
For 30 days.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went back, talked to the surgeon, who informed me that it's because I have no insurance that I haven't got fixed yet.
Which I'm sure in those 30 days you figured out. all you
And
know.
actually, I want to shout out my man, Dr. Paul Isaac.
Right.
Okay.
Dr. Isaac.
My man,
There you
Dr.
go.
Isaac hooked it
the
up.
new
Well,
Dr.
yeah.
Andrews up here in New York this
Yeah,
time.
you know what I mean?
Look for him, people.
So he worked me a little deal to go to his office,
Right.
and where he did me the surgery and did everything he had to do to fix me.
There you go.
And
And how long was the rehab for that? How long were you out?
well, he told me that the recovery time was 6 months, and
Right.
then I would start physical therapy.
It was at that moment that Mike decided, I'll be back in the ring in 6 months.
No, I was actually back training in 5,
Okay, yeah, there you go.
and I made my return to wrestling in 6.
as a singles, because I think the time you were working
Actually,
alone,
the
right?
match I came back in was a 6-man tag.
Oh, there you go.
to be
Smartest
exact.
man in the industry.
Yeah.
It's like, can we get an 8 or a 10? Can
Well,
we,
no, I wanted
let's
I
pack
wanted
this
the
up.
singles, of course.
Oh,
but
well, you're you. You're not going to
I
sit
got,
here and
I got stuck in a,
How has the leg injury changed your style? Because before you were a bit of a cannonball for a while.
What's crazy is, after the injury, I got what I believe maybe 10 times better than I was.
Because you started working smarter. Is that why, or you just
Not smarter, but I'm not as fast as I was.
okay?
So I can't just go crazy and run all, do
Okay.
all kind of crazy.
It slowed you down, is what you're
Very
saying.
much so. Especially that
Smarten them up.
especially that the first 5 months I wrestled again, I wrestled with the boot air cast on,
Okay.
which also was against doctor's orders.
Yes.
Trying to recreate the style that he had previously worked.
With the boot.
With the boot.
And I,
With the boot.
trust me when I tell you, I was
So you were
nasty
still
with that boot.
you were still frog splashing and everything with the boot.
Tables,
and,
matches, all of
tables. Oh, that's right. You were wrestling Prometo Championship
All of
matches
that.
and with the boot.
He
Oh
was
my
the
my
most
God.
dangerous cast wrestler since Bob Orton Jr. All
Not
right.
even a joke. One of those matches
In
was
wrestling, usually the taped up ribs or the arm, that's usually like the target. You
Nope.
see this nigga coming with the boot and you're like, all right, chill.
one of those matches was
It
against
leveled
Chris.
him up.
One of those matches was against Chris Hero,
Oh,
who
okay.
in the locker room when I met him was like, "Hold on, I need 3 reasons as to why you're wearing that right now."
And what did you tell him? What were the 3 reasons?
3. It wasn't just when I gave him my leg is broken. Okay, now continue.
So you had to like come up with 2 other ones?
No, I was just real. Like, yo, I broke my shit and
That's
I'm
it.
wrestling. That's it. If you
That's
don't want
it.
to do the match, tell the promoter and
And he
hopefully
worked
this
it,
get
yeah.
changed.
And he worked it.
Oh no, he was perfectly fine. He
Oh,
just
he
beat the
just-
shit out of me the whole time.
Oh well, there you go. He's like, well, he's wrestling in the cast. He's tough.
No,
I could just throw that bow.
Actually, it was a 5-star match, and they destroyed my boot that day.
Oh,
They actually broke it. Thank you,
Oh,
Black G's
God.
and Jigsaw and Chris Hero. Thank
who
you.
was the other one? Ortiz.
It was Black G's,
Oh, Black Cheese. Right.
Chris Hero, Jigsaw, and actually my former partner Nevins at the time.
Oh man, that's a 5-way right there. Oh yeah, the old green-eyed monster.
It was before we were a team, though.
You know, you guys sat here on my couch for about almost 2 hours, about an hour and 50 minutes, and all anybody can talk to me about was the hetero love comment from.
Oh,
the,
no, yeah.
yeah. It was
It's
like,
my hetero
what
life
was
mate.
with that hetero life mate shit?
Hey,
I was
hey,
like,
hey,
I don't know.
First of
Hetero-
all,
listen.
don't hate and don't be upset.
It's
All
the
right,
Captain
you
that
guys-
y'all don't got a
Bucky.
hetero life mate in your
You know
life,
what I'm
okay?
saying? You guys
understand?
You gotta come to
The Captain
reality
America
with
Bucky
your,
of-
with your
of wrestling.
sexuality. You know what I mean?
In a time and an age where loyalty is a myth and there's no such thing as real friends, and you know what I'm saying? The word best friends is like changing your T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? This is what this guy is right here. By hook or by crook, through sickness and in health, for better or for worse. It's my heterosexual life mate. You got a problem? Come and see me, bruh.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that on my wall right behind me is an actual marriage license, I would say that they probably have the strongest relationship in this house.
Watch out.
So,
We might put that to the
yeah, I
test.
know. They definitely knew each other longer than we did. We knew each other a long time. We're actually celebrating our 15th anniversary in 6 days.
Oh,
Nice.
congratulations.
Congrats.
You guys,
buddy.
when you guys met me, I was with her.
That's right.
You guys have known Steph literally from the beginning.
Word.
You and the Lady O have stood the test of time.
Yes, we have. We have yet to kill each other. Still, the option's still on the table.
That's
though.
real love, though.
So,
Trust me, let me tell you. If
Gee,
you haven't
we're-
contemplated suicide or murder,
yeah,
you've never been in love
She's
yet.
actually not. I don't even know if you guys know. She's not here right now. She's in Puerto Rico dealing with her sick grandmother.
She's in Puerto
Oh,
Rico.
oh.
Yeah, we came
Oh,
came
shit.
back from Florida Thursday morning.
Mhm.
Then early as shit, so everyone's tired or whatever. You know, there's flight and all that stuff. And then she woke up at 3 in the morning to get on a 5 o'clock flight to go to Puerto Rico, like the next
damn.
day. So she
Shout out
won't,
to
Shout
Lady
out to
O
the
and Mom
lady.
Dukes
Word
out
up.
there.
she's doing her thing out there. She is.
Get well soon.
Everyone getting sick around me.
Just
goddamn
send
it.
us some water. So ain't Puerto Rico fucked up right now?
No, they're much better now than the first time she went. She went in November, which was like a month after the hurricane. There was no power, there was no nothing.
Yeah.
She went over there to get her grandmother out of there, and you know, Puerto Ricans, they're like, no, it's just my. And she figuratively chained herself to her house. I'm not going anywhere. So she came back, empty-handed. But her grandmother's a diabetic. So what happened was when the power dropped, everything went out of whack, and now
Yeah.
she's super sick because of all that. So had she left when we told her to, she'd be cool. So now they're actually bringing her back. She'll be back here Monday.
Nice.
Nice.
So everything will be okay with with her grandmother on that end, and then Mrs. O will be back in the house. I got little O here on the couch. He's off in another world,
Little
doing
O
his own
chilling in the
goddamn thing.
building.
You
The
guys,
future host of the show.
yeah. Well, I don't know. He does a lot of sound. He does a lot of sound bites for the show. I don't know if you guys hear it sometimes on the show. I got some new stuff for him filmed. He did a T-shirt commercial for me, telling him to buy Daddy shirt.
Nice.
He said, "Buy Daddy shirt. I need new toys." Like that type of shit.
Yo, if that doesn't boost sales.
All kinds of crazy shit. You, Mr. Cage here. You're a father.
Yes.
Okay, same as myself. The prince
That's
of
right. The second coming.
the second coming. That's right. Talk to me a little bit about that relationship as far as the wrestling business itself, because it's very hard in life to spend as much time with your family as you can. The wrestling business really takes you away from that a lot of the time. How are you in particular able to balance the work, the family, the wrestling business? How do you make that work?
Well, in my case, the wrestling business has never really been a factor, at least not in a negative way. And with my relationship with my son, for the simple fact that his mother and I separated when he was pretty young.
Right.
He was about 3 years old when we separated. It's been a long time. So we've lived separate for a long time.
Okay.
As you know, my son lives upstate New York. So I see him on weekends and things like that, alternating weekends, whether it be whether I'm working or whether I'm not. But wrestling has actually been a beneficial thing because, as you also know, my son wasn't always into the wrestling thing.
No, he was, yeah. I'm going through that now with this little shit over here.
Mainly because I think that has a lot to do with the fact that he didn't exactly grow up with me in the same house.
Right.
His mom, not the biggest fan of wrestling.
Yeah.
No fault
This
of her
asshole
own.
has grown up with me in his house, and he hates the shit. The only thing he likes about wrestling is Shinsuke. That's the only thing he likes. When the song comes on, he starts singing the song. He tries to do the whole thing.
Nice.
That's probably because Dad shoves it down his throat
No,
24/7.
no, but he resists literally everything else. He literally resists. I'll be sitting on that couch watching wrestling. He'll come from the other room, see wrestling, and fucking leave. He's
like,
got
I don't
no
got time for
fucking
this
interest.
nonsense.
No time.
But you know what? My son was kind of the same way. I think that had a lot to do. You know, he didn't grow up with me. You know, he grows up separately from me. And his mom not being a fan, it's not like every Monday night she's going to turn on USA or anything like that.
Yeah.
But in the past, I would say 2 years or so, the bug is starting to bite him. You know, thanks to especially guys like Seth Rollins. Shout out to Seth Rollins, who happens to be my son's favorite wrestler.
I just had one of his top students on my show.
That's right. And through association, now my son is a fan of Dean Ambrose.
Oh, okay.
So
Monday must have been a shock for him. The Shield
actually,
returning.
we were watching live
Wow.
when the Shield returned, which my son popped for,
Okay.
which I was excited to see him pop for that. And just to see him pop for anything makes me excited. And in the past year or two, he's been attending our shows when he's around me, and I go on the road. He loves it. He's
So he's
he gets
seen Dad
excited.
work.
He has seen Dad work. He was actually in attendance. The very first night he ever saw me work live was the night me and Mike won the WXWC4 Tag Team Championships.
Dope.
That was his
Yeah.
very first experience.
That was a good night.
So since then, he's been into it. He's even come
See,
to
knowing
shows.
you for as long as I've known you, you must have been high as a kite that night.
That
I
was
mean,
a big night for me.
You
It
won
was-
the tag titles for a company like that in
It
front
was-
of your kid.
It
That's
was definitely
crazy.
one of our highlight nights. It was
That's
one of
top
our
5 all time, right there.
That's right. That's right. Not many moments compared to that, and how happy he was after the
Right.
show, and to see us with the championship belts, to hold the belt, take pictures with us. It was great, and ever since then, he's been a part of it. He's even come so far as he's worked the merch table for us.
Oh, there you go.
So
all right.
he's coming along. He's gonna help me run the business one day.
Okay. You hear that, you little shit? Get on the merch table, man. Do something.
Earmuffs.
He's got his earmuffs on. That's the problem. He's always in earmuffs. Curly head fuck. Okay, look. Anyway, how has him now adjusting to what you do? How has that motivated you internally? Because I know you've always loved wrestling. The wrestling's always been a passion for you. Now that your son is like into it, and when you look out in the crowd now and you see him, does that really like? Does it fuck
It's
with you, or
definitely
does
a
it
boost.
motivate
No,
you?
it's definitely
Because some
boost.
people, it throws them off. Like when certain people are in the audience, they like start to get nervous or they forget shit. Like for you as a performer, does it like, okay, I'm gonna fuck this kid up when I get in there, like that type of motivation?
The first once or twice, my concern was will he be concerned that he's watching Dad get hurt?
Okay, right. Okay,
that was
makes
my
sense.
worry. My worry was, what would his reaction be to watching Dad get beat up?
Was it on your mind to avoid injury during that time?
Yes, because the
Okay.
last thing I wanted him to see was me
Getting
having
carted
to
off.
be taken to a hospital or have to spend the night in the hospital with me, especially during his early experiences. But once we got through that and I got to feel his excitement, it was definitely a boost. Like anytime he's in the crowd, or even if he's not in the crowd, I know now he might watch what I'm doing.
Right.
And it's definitely a boost because not only do I want to put on a good show and a good performance for him to enjoy, but it's changed my mindset in the sense that he's watching now, and everything that we do has to be for something. It has to mean something.
Right.
It has to be for a reason, and it has to be getting us somewhere because he's getting older, he's getting smarter, he's getting to the point that one day he may be smart to the business, and I want him to know that Dad didn't waste his time. And that all of this, now the work is to, we're gonna get somewhere.
Yeah.
To even go back to the question you asked us earlier, that thought of anything being out of reach, that's not even a factor anymore because he's watching now. And
Right.
my new goal is to show him that the goal you set is reachable no matter what that goal is.
Uncle Whiplash.
Basically, the determination kills the fear.
No, there you go. Look at that. You put that on a poster with a kitten
That's right.
hanging
That's
from
a
a clothesline.
t-shirt, baby.
That's a T-shirt right there.
Man,
Uncle
there's some
Mike,
gold stuff.
Uncle Whiplash here. His kid's in the crowd. Are you putting it on yourself? I got to get his dad home. I can't let this guy get hurt out here
Well,
either.
for me, usually the goal is to beat the shit out of the person that we're in the ring with. Yes, we want to be
Right. Are
professional.
you being
No,
a little bit more cautious with him,
No,
though?
we don't want to hurt people and stuff like that. We don't want to get hurt ourselves, especially
Right.
me that I'm hurt all the time anyway.
He definitely takes the heat more often, I'll tell you that.
He's like,
Well, yes, I actually do. But no, we've been
like-
healing it up lately, and I haven't had to take the heat. All right.
no,
We've been
well,
delivering
the minute that he
heat,
said that the thought in my head, you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean? When the
Yes.
dad was, it's like, if they find out what you did, they'll hang you. It's like, what more could they do to me? That's this thing right here.
That's
It's
it.
like, after my leg, what more could this business do to me? You already tried taking me out with a shattered leg. That didn't work. You can't
Well, that's
kill
not
me.
true. I learned that's not true getting in the ring with TJ Macaroni.
Oh, okay.
Due to that one, I've been with my hurt ass shoulder as of late.
Oh, okay.
But I'm good though. I don't care.
Macaroon. Okay.
After the leg, it's
he
like,
who not bumps TJ.
Oh,
TJ
yeah.
Macaroon.
It's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
straight up question here, straight up the gut. I'm going somewhere with this. You know me, I like putting little things down.
Stir it
We're
up.
getting to a
Stir the
spot.
pot.
I want you guys to tell me. You can take turns doing it, or if you agree, that'll be the one answer.
This is gonna be
Greatest rival you've ever had. Who's the one team that really fucking brings it out of you every single time you face them?
crazy.
The team now known as LAX.
I knew it.
I,
That's why I just
of
looked
course,
at him.
yeah, he had this perplexed look. Like
Yeah.
I think that was the name that popped up, and you were trying to find another one. You
I
know?
was trying to find the nice way to say it, even
Oh,
though I know
okay.
we're on the uncensored mind.
There you go.
But
Of course,
I'm
they're
trying to keep
referring
it pro
to
here.
Santana and Ortiz over in LAX.
Motherfucking Ifbo.
Yeah, long before the boat ride, folks, they had to get through the sea first to get to where they are today. I agree. I bring it up for a particular reason. That is one of your greatest rivals of all time. The two of you will be synonymous in my mind forever until the end of time. No matter who the fuck they face on TV, I don't give a shit. You guys will always be the one team that really fucking brings it out of them every single time. And I'm glad to hear that it's the other way as well. You
That's
guys
right.
feel the same way
Yeah.
about Jurassic and Ortiz. You in
Definitely.
particular, you had for those of you out there who don't know, before EYFBO, they were two singles guys. And you, Cage, had one of the most highly regarded rivalries of all time with Mr. Ortiz. You know a little bit about him, and you, Whiplash, I've seen you fist fight Santana in the ring.
Hey,
you guys train like mercenaries when you guys train with each other.
And that's just training.
I know, yes, exactly. I actually think the training sometimes is worse than the fucking match.
It is because
Training always top the actual
because
performances.
in training we go at it, no homo, for about 3 to 4 hours. In
What-
a match, it's
Yeah.
mostly 15 to 18 minutes.
Yeah, you're doing the best of what happened in those 3 or 4 hours in the
There it
15
is.
minutes, right? How do you guys look at their success now and what they've done, are you happy for them? Do you see them as rivals and you're like, nah, I'm not really
very happy for
paying
them.
attention
and
to
I
all
hope they're
that?
waiting.
Well,
Because
it's funny you should mention that. Their home fed will be in the house October 14th. They're going to be in the neighborhood, so to speak.
they
Knock
will
knock.
be in the neighborhood.
For those of you-
surprised if the Z
I
was
Squad
gonna say, yeah, for
happens
those of
to
you
be in the
wondering,
building at
you know
Bound
what
for
I'm
I mean,
Glory.
once they beat up the grandpas, they're going to need someone else to go up against. And just throwing that out there.
That's
But
it.
Hey, don't get it twisted. Me and Mike know a little something about beating up grandpas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
for the past couple months, we've been beating up those Florida boys' bad
Yeah.
intentions.
I wonder what
I
they
thought
got-
we were going to get arrested on 2 or 3 occasions for beating up the elderly. Not to mention the fact that I almost put Samu Anoa'i in the hospital
Oh, yeah.
by having him be the recipient of a brand new plastic hip. You understand? So, I'm just letting you know right now. I know they out there taking out the OGs and things like that or whatever. But to answer your question, yes, we are very happy for LAX, for Santana and Ortiz. And to piggyback on the B part of your question, they are the biggest motivators that I could possibly watch on television right now. They're bigger than anyone in WWE, anyone in Impact Wrestling, anyone in New Japan. I watch every single week. I tune in, whether I check the clip out on Pop, whether I go to YouTube just to make sure I'm up to date on what they're doing, because they are the brass ring for the Zoltan. I don't know how Mike feels about that, but for me personally, every time I see LAX do something bigger and better, I'm like, yeah. And that's why we're going to continue to chase you until the wheels fall off.
Actually,
ahead.
when it comes to the subject of LAX, I kind of kick myself in the ass when I watch them.
Ah.
Like, yes, I'm happy for them. Yes,
Yeah.
I feel all the shit that my hetero life mate just said.
yeah.
But as we talked about the last time we were on this podcast, we kind of had a separation. And yes, I was rolling with LAX for a little something. And when they first went to Beyond Wrestling, they wanted me to go with them.
Right.
And me being a retard, I said no. And even though the invitation was constantly thrown at me, there was a constant no.
Right.
And I'm an idiot because had I gone, I would probably be not where I'm at right now.
Right, but
But then
If I could play
would
devil's
probably
advocate-
not be where I'm at right,
right, exactly. I was just going to say, if we playing devil's advocate here, had you joined them in Beyond, just like remember they were going at the time, they were going to Beyond on a hit or miss situation. They were,
Yeah.
Before they became Beyond's favorite kids,
Mhm.
they were the bag handlers. They were folding up chairs. They were going on the honest
yeah.
promise on hoping and praying they can get the opportunity. You would have been given the same opportunity to do so, I'm sure. But success on any level is, regardless of where you are, is always a 50-50 deal. It worked out for them. There's no guarantee it would have worked out for you. And since you didn't go, what did ended up working out for you is as soon as that door closed, this one opened right back up again. Because remember, at the time, the Z thing wasn't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So as soon as that door closed, now you're back here. So you may not have missed the opportunity that you think that you had, because I mean,
Well,
now you're
It
rolling.
was like postponed, I want to say.
yeah, a
because
little
now
postponed, right?
We are
Right.
trailblazing our way.
Yeah, because now you guys looking at TV and going, man, Z&E, you're doing it wrong. This is how you do it. Watch, I'm going to show you how to beat the shit out of LAX. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
They've gotten a lot of opportunities as far as mentors as well, with the whole Conan thing, and they're getting their opportunities over there. Who are you guys looking at as far as like mentors and guys that you look at in the areas that you're in right now, the people you're working with? Who you're looking at?
The many opportunities we've been getting, a lot of them are from these people that we looked up to as kids and as fans and all
Right.
that. Like when we wrestle in PA, we wrestle for Samu, and he brings his whole family, and they are all just embraced us, and they treat us like one of them. And then we recently made our way to Connecticut to PAPW to wrestle for Paul Roma.
Right.
So it's like we got the same kind of mentors and shit like that. Not that, we hang out with them like these guys do, but
Yeah.
we're making
Well,
fans.
I think that's what makes your feud with them so intense, because you do look at them as mentors. You do look at what they did in their careers. You take that, you say, I'd like to achieve that. But then once you get into your situation, because now you've faced your mentors.
Mhm.
So now the feeling is, okay, I can achieve that, but I actually want to achieve more than that. I want to go farther than that.
Yeah.
So take me now. Tell me the story. Cage, I guess you'll be the one to tell this story here. How the fuck did we get to this cage match? You guys are the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. But how specifically? Because your partner here just explained at one point they were coming up to you guys almost like mentors. Now you were about to put Plastic Hitman in the hospital inside this cage here. How'd we get here?
Well, just to very briefly touch on the whole mentor topic, the mentor, first of all, the whole mentor concept is a little salty for me. Okay. Which we know why, which we touched on in episode 1 of this interview. So I don't necessarily like to, respect to LAX, their mentors and everybody that has helped them along the way. Shout out to Conan, Homicide, and everybody. However, of course, shout out to Samu, the Samoan Dynasty, Paul Roma, people like that. But I like to think that while a door or two may have been opened by someone or a couple of people for us, a lot of the things that me and Mike have gotten, especially me and Mike, have gotten ourselves and have gotten through our own work, perseverance, and refusal to give up. Now, coming to that cage match, you're talking about our mentor, Samu. You got these guys' bad intentions. They're coming from WXW home base down in Florida.
Yeah, he's talking with his shoulders. That's what. Yeah,
that's it. My shoulders are starting to sway, so you know it's trouble.
Here we go.
These boys come down here now. When they come up to our home turf, we're told that they're the WXW Florida longest reigning tag team champions of all time. So of course, you know the palate of me and the superstar got a little wet. Mm-hmm. They come up here and we're already disappointed because they show up minus the straps. So we got this big thing, WXW versus WXWC4. We're thinking longest reigning tag team champs versus longest reigning tag team champs. And 5 minutes before they jump on the plane to PA, they lose the tag team straps. So of course, I felt a little gypped from day one. They come into our home turf. Me and Mike send them packing as we send everybody else packing. For some strange reason, they do not get deterred. Next month, they want to show up. They want to get in our business. They want to almost put their hands on our sister, the Silver Queen Ivy Roman. That's a mistake right there. You already signed the death warrant. You already signed the fact that you're getting your ass whipped. So now, we go through 2 encounters with these bad boys. Why Samu keeps bringing them back? I don't understand. Are they offering anything to WC4? I don't think so. But he thinks that there's something. He thinks that he got something with this rivalry here. All right, fine. We'll make it happen. Now he wants to come up to us because at the last show, these guys are disrespectful. First of all, they want to come in. They want to disrespect the Zoltan. They want to disrespect our sisters. They want to disrespect the Silver Queen Ivy Roman. They want to disrespect Samu in his own house, and they want to disrespect the C4 Nation, which is something you just don't do. Me and Mike, we walked into WXW C4 for the first time, and you know what? We weren't appreciated at first, but in the past year and change, we have earned the respect of the WXW roster. We have earned the respect of the C4 Nation. We have earned the respect of everybody that walks into that building, whether they be fan or performer or concession runner, shirt seller, no matter what you are, you have the respect. We have earned their respect. So now these dudes want to come in and what do? Disrespect. And here we go on September 1st. Samu says you want to come in, his own words, you want to come in and disrespect the C4 Nation, there's going to be nowhere to run and hide. On September 1st, we are going to end this rivalry once and for all. You said it yourself, these guys are a little, let's just say, over the hill. Okay?
I said they were over the hill.
I don't want to start pulling out birth certificates and social security cards. But what I will say is that the guys should not be stepping into the ring with the superstar they call Whiplash and the absolute Chris Cage. I'm talking about the Z Squad of the greatest of all time, because on September 1st, we're going into steel cage lockdown, and they are going to wish that they never got locked down with the Zoltan on September 1st in Allentown when we walk out still the longest reigning tag team champions of all time.
Oh. Now, anybody listening, any other independent wrestler, you want to cut a promo? That's it right there, buddy.
The interview's over, so thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. I could just end the show here, but
there you go.
All that was great. Whiplash, talk to me about. Okay, this is going to be hard to top everything that he just did right now.
You can see the difference.
Talk to me about the cage. I've seen this man in this flow before, okay? And I've seen him make all those words he just said come true before. but you're walking into an element you've never walked in before. Okay? This is the cage. This is steel. This is things that don't like flesh around it.
Mhm.
Okay? Regardless if you retain your titles or win the match or end their careers, 4 men will be walking in. Neither of those 4 men will be the same person they were when they walked in there. We spoke earlier about fear. I don't think there's any fear here. Is there any concern about the cage?
My concerns are, will it hold me up when I try to jump off?
So you're calling your shot. You're Babe Ruth in this.
Like,
I'm coming off the top.
As you know, you've
Right.
known us for a long time.
Very long time,
As you
yes.
know, I'm more open to
Chaos, destruction,
hurting
violence.
myself. Let's just say.
Don't try to make it out like I'm a bitch.
No, I'm not saying you a bitch. I'm just saying that I'm more open to the crazier things.
Yeah, there you go. He's
Like
willing
as
to-
soon as they told us about it, like we talked about earlier.
Right.
I got a long line of women that might disagree with that statement.
Hey,
but
listen, you see, I got those too. But
And,
anyway, listen,
the way he
first
said
thing-
that sounded
the-
like a strut.
the first thing that I thought of when hearing about the cage was
Right.
thumbtacks. And
Thumbtacks.
I can do a table. I can use chairs
Okay.
now. I can do different things.
So your mind immediately went to how
How he
violent
can hurt
this
himself.
get?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't
yeah,
necessarily
and
have to hurt himself because he's hurting himself at the expense of hurting someone else.
This is
That's
true.
what it is. So basically, it's like he's got his guy. He's going to eliminate the one guy. So Cage, it's on you to figure out how to beat the other guy.
Well, we got a crew, so
There
some
you go.
shit happens. I got backup. I got more backup on top of that backup. So
You have a cage, and you have 2 people on the who are supposed to be ringside with you. That cage should nullify that outside interference. I'm not saying you'll use outside interference. What I'm saying is you gave an example earlier of someone attacking Ivy Roman. All the action now will be contained inside of this cage. Do you have any concerns about Ivy Roman and Cotto getting involved in this matchup now?
Well, I'm gonna just throw it out. I'm gonna just throw it out there right now because of the recent health issues.
Right.
The Silver Queen may not be in attendance.
That's
with us
why I
on
asked,
September
right?
1st.
Because there's a lot.
However,
yeah.
our sister JL Cotto will be at cage side. But in all honesty, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
When it comes to bad intentions, we haven't needed outside interference. We don't use outside interference. And in all honesty, it's going to be bad intentions that are going to be locked in that cage with us. And even if the Silver Queen was at cage side, it would be best that they stay in that cage because the cage will protect them from her.
Yeah, she's pretty pissed about
That's
the
right.
last situation.
And I feel bad for them when she does make her return and if she does cross paths with bad intention. In all honesty, this whole cage match situation, the only thing that's concerning me is how fast AARP could respond to these guys' injuries. I'm just telling you, and their coverage and things like that.
So if they come with the life alert machine, you're going to leave the machine alone. They may need it.
As long as they got that life alert, I suggest that they bring it
So
fully
some
charged.
some of them will have fallen and can't get up. Is that what you're confirming here is going to happen on?
Yes.
It's already
It
happened.
sucks that this is happening September 1st. That's the anniversary. The 15-year anniversary is on
Damn.
September 1st.
Oh, we're going to give a
Well,
shout
there
out
you
to
go.
the Orsinis on September
We're
1st
gonna do it
live
for
from the
you,
cage.
You guys lose on that day, it's done. That's it. We can't do
Oh,
this
man,
anymore.
it's
It's a bad
deal,
omen.
It's a deal breaker.
Once this war, let me not even ask that. You guys have a lot invested in this matchup. This is going to be the end-all, be-all. It's the Zoltan and the Anuahi family finally finishing this whole thing off. You mentioned earlier PAPW. You're doing some stuff with Paul Roma and the folks over there.
Yeah.
You guys are moving state to state to state. You guys are branching out. You're making the towns, quote unquote, as they say in the
That's right.
industry.
Hell yeah.
Are you putting all your eggs into the steel cage basket, or are you looking toward what's going to happen next for the Zoltan after all this?
Putting all the eggs in the basket, no, but not looking past them either.
Yeah, because you've got tag team opportunities coming up with other companies coming
That's
out.
right. That's right.
I mean, you are the longest reigning WXW champion, so I'm not saying you're not concerned about your tag titles.
That's right.
But you've got more gold on the horizon as a
Yeah.
possibility here. So are you really as focused on the Anuahis as you should be right now?
We're definitely focused on the Anuahis because and bad intentions because that's the big target, and to not focus on that night would not be smart on our part, especially when it comes to defending our championships. Me and Mike do not plan on letting these championships go anytime soon. Just so you heard, bad intentions. And in terms of, like you said, making the towns, we've been up to PAPW. I'll be a man and admit that we came up a little short in our recent effort against the House of Pain.
But that ain't over.
But it ain't over. House of Pain, if you're listening or this interview gets windier, I know you like to sometimes give shout-outs on podcasts. Let me show you how to do it right. Next time we come to PAPW, shine the belts up real nice. Hakeem, you might want to hit the treadmill a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So that way you could get a little ready for what the Zoltan's bringing at you next time. Nick, heal that leg up real quick because I'm coming back for it.
Oh, my God. Listen, we're only an hour in. You gotta have a promo count on your side.
Listen, this guy does.
Oh, and you know what? We were talking about it.
You know,
I'm just saying, you wanna roll, baby.
Let's
I'm
go.
rolling.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. You got me fired up now. Let's keep it going. You want another shot? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. Hey, Squad of O. It's your general, your main man, ajorsini here, taking a time out of my schedule to make sure you're doing all right. Checking in, trying to see if you're cool. I know recently you've been having some doubts about yourself, contemplating, staring out of a window while it slightly rains and the clouds gray up, probably wondering yourself what went wrong, probably trying to figure out if you should have zigged instead of zagged. Where does my life become? Why am I like this? Why did I become the person I am today? Deep psychological thoughts. Well, when you're done with all that hogwash, head over to prowrestlingtees.com/AJOUM and buy yourself the official Orsini's Uncensored Mind t-shirt. It may not lift your spirits, but at least while you're down at the dump staring out that rainy window, you'll look good doing it. All right, so I got the Zoltan here. I got Whiplash. I got Chris Cage. We've talked about Rays. We've talked about Kodo. We've talked about Roman. I saw a picture just the other day that blew my mind. Blew it right out of the back of this here hat that I'm wearing. The original, the OG was back in the house not too long ago. I'm talking about my main man, Murder. What's up with my main man?
Yeah, that was
Murder
a good
was up. Did he come to show support? He went to the show.
The
He
older
checked it
brother,
out.
the patriarch.
Yeah,
It was
what
actually at
happened?
the
What's up with
last,
this?
NYC, now you create
Yes.
or die, whatever you want to call it now. Yeah, we were all there in support of the big man. He was the only one booked that day, Terry. So we all rocked it out. We all went to support, baby. That's it.
and what rock did he crawl out of all of a sudden? So he came to. This was in Jersey, wasn't it?
Yes, it was in Jersey. I didn't even know he was going to be there.
He surprised everybody.
I actually knew he was going to be there. Mike didn't know until we got to the show.
There you go.
I had known. I had spoke to the brother
Oh,
Rays
man, they
earlier.
kept the kayfabe from you, brother.
Kept the kayfabe.
Right.
They wanted to see the pop. They don't tell Mikey nothing. Just it's like everybody was in the know.
The match between little bro Rays and the Jurassic Juggernaut Vince Steele was definitely a clash, and it was very hyped. It was very anticipated. And the brother Murder came to support with a couple of extended family members from the old neighborhood as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
so we
word.
definitely had
shit.
a great night. It was a little bit of a small reunion.
LES came to New Jersey.
LES was
Real, the
strong
fam was
in
deep
Jersey
that
that
day.
night.
Uh,
And I got to say, and Brother Murder was one of the most excited people in the building, I got to say.
here's a guy who handles the itch very well. Because I think he hits me up sometimes and he's just like he's get these ideas or whatever, but he never really.
He's like a
follows through.
recovering addict that's just counting the days that he's
Yeah,
been sober.
But he never actually inhales it into his nostril. He likes to just get a whiff.
He
and then
likes to come
backs up.
around
Yeah,
and
he
just look at everybody shooting up, but doesn't want to partake.
He'll have an occasional training day or something like that,
Yeah,
but
just to take a few
that's
bumps,
it.
run some
That's how he
ropes.
gets it out, baby.
If you go on YouTube, a lot of the things that people will see about the GOAT, they see a lot of Rays, see a lot of Whiplash, see a lot of Cage. There isn't a whole lot of Murder out there for people to say. How did he contribute to the group as the original format? Well, because you got the powerhouse, the tag team. Where did Murder fit in all that? What was his expertise here? Because I remember when I worked with him, he was just a phenomenal talent. I mean, the guy was just like, just working with him, it was easy.
He's actually like a big dude who could do little dude shit.
Yeah.
So, like, when people first see him, their first expectation of him is a big-ass dude who's going to fucking suplex your head off. Or,
Powerhouse.
you know what I mean? Hit you
Right.
hard, shit like that. And when you see that he can actually go, and he can actually move, and he can do pretty much any style you want him to, it's
plus suplex you on your head.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that-
And be
he
a powerhouse.
can do the powerhouse.
And
Yeah.
beat the shit out of you.
And then what people don't know about Murda, actually, is that he did participate in wrestling in high school and collegiate wrestling and all of that shit. So
Right.
he can actually go. Like, if you want
He can
to,
stretch you if he wants
you know,
to.
yeah, exactly. So,
And people rarely mention his tremendous singing voice.
that's real life, though.
Secret talent for
Serious.
Murda. I remember.
Well, as you know, especially in the early and even to this day, you know, my ultimate vision of the greatest of all time was a hybrid blend somewhere in the meeting point of mafia crime family meets biker gang meets the Four Horsemen meets NWO meets DX meets, you know,
That's like a long
the
Island iced tea right
Warriors.
that's a lot.
meets-
That's a lot of people in that meeting.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Very
it-
crowded.
You know, it's always been a blend of ideas, and based on that, especially in the beginning, and even to this day, I always, when filling a spot on the roster, you're not coming into the family unless you play a role, unless you have a purpose, unless you have a position. And especially in the beginning, Murda being one of the founding fathers, you had me who, as you always know, tried to play the captain role, try to be the organizer, putting everything together.
But he's the captain,
The
though.
demon behind the scheming, if you will. With Mike being my point man, my loose cannon, the person that's most likely going to throw the first punch.
It's like your,
or not.
it's like your right hand, the angel
That's
of death
right.
over here.
He is my right hand, and I'm his left. And you know, with Murda being our enforcer, definitely the one that was gonna back the play of whatever me and Mike did or whatever I said. And then, of course, you had the Big Daddy, Sammy, which is the final boss, the monster, the one that
final
if you
boss.
think that you've passed every level, you got the King of Monsters waiting for you at the end.
Now, one of the biggest injuries that I've ever had in my career, and I've talked about it on the show over here, was my dislocated elbow. That was Murda.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Splash Mount, the
It was a
Sit
power
out
bomb, but it
Razor's
wasn't.
Edge?
No. It wasn't that. And you guys weren't there. It was a little earlier in the day. This was before Murda started wrestling with us full time. It was matter of fact, it was his debut. It was a four-way. It was me and three other guys, and he did a run-in, and he pedigreed the other three guys.
Oh.
He power bombed me.
Lucky you.
Good
Now,
job.
I found out after the fact because my only concern was, why did I get a power bomb? And the miscommunication was just he grabbed me and put me in power bomb position. I put my arms up thinking I was going to get a pedigree, and he went around my waist. So I said, oh, power bomb probably. So I gave him the hop, and what happened was he pulled me up. Everything went smooth, but I threw my arms out thinking he was just going to snap it, regular power bomb. He held me, which threw the whole timing off, so my arms went out and then back like this, and then he threw me in. Boom, there goes the elbow. So he felt really bad about it, and we talked about it after the fact, and I remember asking him, why did I get powerbomb instead of the other three? Everybody else got pedigrees. Why did I get powerbomb? He said, because I didn't know who the four guys were in the ring. He hadn't really, that was like the first time we had met, like that day.
Yeah.
Not that moment, obviously, but like that day. And he goes, I didn't know who was what. So he went over to one of my friends who was standing nearby. He goes, who's the nicest of the four? And they said, well, him, me. He said, all right, so he's getting something else. So I'll give the other ones pedigrees because that's easy to sell, but he's the nicest one here, so I'm sure he could sell a powerbomb, which I can. I've never worked with him before. I didn't know what the hell he was doing, and it was just a miscommunication. We'd wrestle after that, and everything was
Your
fine.
talent.
Yeah,
fucked
he
you. Yeah.
he frog splashed the shit out of me one day, but that's neither here nor there. I got the baby frog splash, by the way. Bench, not bridge.
Oh,
Oh no, I took the bridge.
Yeah, no, I.
That's pretty bad.
It was funny because before he pitched it, he goes, I normally do it from here. He said, but I don't think I can do it from there because at the time it was like a weather thing. So he said, I'm just going to do it from here because I can't control it from up there. So I said, fine. So he goes to the bench and does it and fucks all of this up. And I said, how the fuck can you do that from here and fuck me up? What would have happened if you would have went up there? He goes, I wouldn't have fucked you up. That's what happens.
After a little while, he started doing 450s from that.
Yeah, I remember.
From that same bridge.
From that same bridge. I remember. He did it to a couple people.
Yeah.
we just took a trip through the backyard wrestling boom tube For
See
anybody
how- do
wondering
you
why
see
you're
how-
hearing the
hold
words
on a second.
benches
Hold on a
and
second.
bridges.
Do you see how masterful I described all that without using the B word? And then this fucking guy came
Hey,
in.
it's
true.
Literally
You
2
got a
seconds.
bunch of your
You know
listeners
how
right now
hard
going,
I
bridge,
worked?
bench.
You know how
what the
hard
fuck are they
I
talking
worked?
about
No,
right
no.
now?
I was gonna let that shit hang in the air, brother. They didn't need to let that shit hang. I was gonna let that shit hang. Do you see
Yes.
how masterful I did that without mentioning the
Yes.
B word?
I'm
And
sorry,
As soon as
I
I was
just-
done,
I just messed up the
the
comment thread right
Apple
now.
Jim Bean came out this motherfucker and decided to
real.
just throw the hashtag out there.
Don't feed us liquor.
So I wrestled Murder one-on-one a few times. I've wrestled Whiplash a few times.
Actually, if you
More
wanna-
than once, and
since he said
I've
it already.
yet-
That
I've-
was also in the
I've
yard.
yet to. No, the first one was. The second one was a professional
Oh no, the
match.
second one was.
Yeah,
in,
we did it in Connecticut.
PWA.
Yeah,
right?
PWA. And
Yeah.
I've wrestled Murder a bunch of times, never beaten him. I've wrestled Whiplash a bunch of times, never beaten him.
Sorry.
Wrestled Ray's a bunch of times, never beat him. I've never wrestled Cage.
Well, stop acting like you don't got a pair of wrestling boots in the closet. Okay, dust
They're
them
in my
off.
room. Yes,
And
nice bright
anytime
blue
you
ones.
want to put those tights on, baby, the Z will be waiting.
Well, we're doing Operation Be Less Fat. I'm dropping weight here to help with my movement. Yeah, it's called Operation
Oh.
BLF, Operation Be Less Fat.
That's funny. Me and Mike are members of that program.
Oh, okay. There you go.
man.
Subscribers. There
Fat
you go.
Valor over here.
So once the excess gets off me, like I'm planning on. This, by the way, is not helping at all. This juice and liquor.
Speaking
over
of
here.
that, how's
Love
Angel
it.
Azul doing?
He's good. He went back to Alaska. He's chilling. He's hanging out
yeah?
with his family. Had a few babies. He's farming now. He's good. Everything's all right.
So no returns
Yeah.
anytime soon.
No, no, unfortunately not. No, he won't be returning anytime soon, which is fine. Tag team champion of the Bronx. He'll go out on a high note. He was a champion.
There you go.
Him and Bronco International
Oh,
will
there
go
you
down.
go.
as one of-
Ramses.
I don't care what Bronco says. Asu is his best tag team partner ever
That's
of
it.
all time.
I'm
Yeah,
not
he
gonna
wore
disagree
gold,
that.
so I don't want to hear anybody
There you
say
go.
shit about him. He wore
You're in the
gold.
record books, baby.
When you go down the lineage
That's it.
of the Bronx Wrestling
You're gonna see
Federation,
Angel
You're in
Azul.
there.
right in the middle of where all the doo-doo is was one bright spot, of
That's it.
one bright blue spot, if you will.
Nigga was the corn and some doo doo.
He was a shining piece of corn in the doo-doo that is Bronx Wrestling Federation Tag Team title lineage. Oh,
That's
God.
Ouch.
Let me tell you something. If I can speak for him for a second, to work a tag team for 8 months with a guy who doesn't speak English and still get to the point where we were over as a tag team enough to win gold, it's impressive. I'm just saying.
Hey.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing a little pride on his end here.
Wow,
he's
8
gonna.
months?
Yeah, we were together. We were a team for
Wow,
a
they
while.
were a real team.
From December to August.
Wow.
We won the
That's
belts
it.
in April, and then we lost the belts in August. As a matter of fact, the last match I had there was dropping the belts. I was supposed to have another match after that, but it never ended up happening. My opponent never showed. It was already a full card.
Nice.
And then after that, everything just kind of went after that.
You had a nice little run there.
Oh, a great run! Yeah,
Bronco
I was beating great teams like the Sucios, and I was just running through them, baby.
Real top
I have
talent
the
there.
I've had the honor and the privilege that the two of you have never had. I've gotten in the ring with Mr. Chusin Guerrero himself, Mr. Big Baby Oil Bro over here. I've gotten the chance to mix it up with the guy.
All right.
And,
No
yeah,
offense
exactly.
to anybody, but who the fuck is that?
Anybody listening to this right now is probably asking the same question for all of my fans out there in the UK who are wondering if you can YouTube. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, but if you YouTube Chusin Guerrero, you will
Chusin?
Chusin Chusen
Like juice, but with a
no,
in the beginning?
yeah, something like that, like Chusin Guerrero.
Chusin.
You will see quite possibly the worst professional wrestler who has ever lived.
Oh, that is
Like
saying
Guerrero,
a-
like
that
the
is-
family Guerrero, like he stole the name.
Like Warrior, that's a common wrestling name. You know how many Guerreros are in the business, dude?
Yeah, Guerrero.
There's a lot of Guerreros walking around here, bro.
A lot of them should leave.
Well, a lot of wrestlers in the business right now.
A
should
lot
be.
of them.
I was making the joke the other day in Florida when I was in Discovery Cove. I happened to, of course, my luck. I happened to run into like the one wrestling fan in all of
no.
Discovery Cove, and we started talking about stuff. And my wife was with him doing whatever. And I'm having a Heineken. I'm like neck deep in water. It's like the best thing ever. And I told him, I said, if I could, I wish I could be Thanos and just snap my fingers, and half of the talent and companies that exist in this business would just disappear.
Get dusted.
I wish I could bring balance to all of this simply by just snapping my fingers because I would. That's why I get killed a lot online, because I have this podcast and my career has always been on the indie level. I've never been signed by any major company, Impact, WWE. And for talent like that, sometimes being critical of the big companies doesn't look well on you, because they say, well, obviously he doesn't want to get signed because he wouldn't say stupid shit. Yeah. I speak my mind, and if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But what I tell people all the time is like, well, people say, well, you should support indie wrestling more often than you do. I'm not a big fan of indie wrestling, to be honest with you, because there's good companies and then there's bad companies. And for some reason right now in 2018, there's way more bad than there are good. That's why I don't like the indies, because it just seems like today anybody can just come off the street and all of a sudden just be an indie wrestler. Oh. It doesn't make any sense to me. When we started doing this long ago, we couldn't get in. It was so hard to get in. It was like a fraternity. Like, you have to do X, Y, Z, all these different things to get in now.
Because you got wrestling schools and promoters who are more into getting money out of people than
or the
actual
free work
talent. So if you go to somebody with the right amount of money and not the right amount of talent,
right,
they would take your money and be like, yeah, you're good. This guy can win a battle royal tonight.
Yeah,
this
right.
business
the dreaded battle royal wins.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
that's it, baby.
The business
That's
ain't protected no more. It's pretty much the bottom line. Everybody's in it to make a quick buck.
It's like, it almost feels like everyone now is in the ocean, and only the real professional wrestlers can stay afloat, and everybody else is just trying to. It's every man for himself. It feels like now, like a free for all. Exactly. It's just like before, it was a system where everyone tried to help the other person get to that next level. Now it's like you're in a locker room. And you guys experience this. You guys travel to multiple locker rooms now, and you'll know when you walk in the door. Real wrestler, real wrestler, real wrestler. I don't know who the fuck all the rest of
wrestling
these
fans.
Yeah, exactly. Wrestling fans.
At the
who
end
bought
of the
their way
day,
in.
at the end of the day, 95% of every locker room is full of wrestling fans playing wrestler.
Playing the role up,
so they
and
can
doing
go
it poorly.
home. So they can go home to mom's house and tell mom and dad that they're a wrestler. So they can go to their 9 to 5 and say I'm a pro wrestler on the weekends. And so they have some pictures to post on their Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, and they can go to all these little WrestleMania parties and SummerSlam parties and try to hawk some shit. Because that's where they started originally. These are the same guys who are pro wrestlers, right? They're actual pro wrestlers, but their default Facebook has like the WrestleMania thing, the graphic at the bottom, and then like they're taking pictures at Access.
WWE Championship.
Yeah, I saw a wrestler. No lie, he won.
Filter.
I forgot what it was, like a TV title or whatever for some backwards ass in Louisiana, right? He won some title or whatever, and he took his actual belt to Access for WrestleMania, the WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. So he's taking pictures with like all the stars, but he's got like his belt on his shoulder, and I'm like, is that acceptable now? This is just something that we're doing now, where we're just we're combining the world of fan and wrestling now.
So he could drop a caption, chilling with my boy Triple H.
Yeah, me in the game for hashtag 420 and just chilling. This is like, I make the joke all the time that most of the promoters now that are out there is like they cashed a W-2 and then just showed up. And I'm like, oh, my income tax came. I'm a wrestling promoter now. Hey. I have enough to rent a ring in a venue. That's good. My cousin got the VFW down here, open for a few hours, and we could throw a bag of chips in there, maybe get some Caesar's pizzas for the people to pay money for.
Oh, not to mention the wrestling promoters that spring up every 5 minutes. Every time you meet somebody that's starting a new fed.
Yeah.
The new hottest show.
The guy that you saw opening the last indie show you fed had just opened up his own fed right now. He just did that. And he's hiring all the people who didn't get booked on that other all the people who lost in that battle royal are now the card for the fed that he's
top guys.
Top guys, right. Yeah, 140 pounds. He's the world's heavyweight champion.
Jesus.
Coming in. No tournament. They just gave it to him. His name's Trent. He's about 140.
He paid for the belt, that's why.
Yeah. We actually met somebody like that maybe like 3 weeks ago.
What, promoter-wise or wrestling-wise?
Oh, no, a wrestler. The heavyweight champion weighed less than me.
And you're not the biggest guy.
Exactly.
Oh, we're talking to Connecticut?
Yes.
No. Oh,
see, he knew exactly who. I didn't even say nobody's name.
No, but remember, it's a world heavyweight.
I would name drop if I remembered the motherfucker's name.
Yeah, exactly. But we didn't, so we're not. And see now what happens is whenever I see stuff like this, I come off really bitter.
As a matter of fact, since I got a couple of shots of Jim Beam in me and I really don't give a shit right now, the guy that's the champ, since I don't remember his name, I'm sorry, Mike, I'm going to cost us some work right now, but the guy that's the champ of that fed just happens to work for a fed who, didn't respond to a message from the greatest of all time. And that's why, because you got guys wrestling for like that for him. You know what I'm saying? Shout
That's
out
it.
to the House of Pain.
He was so vague up until the last part. He was so vague. You were doing so well up until and then
It's
then
still
boom.
good, baby. It's all good. There's no such thing as bad press.
Dude, whatever happened to Oscar the Giant?
Holy shit! I haven't heard that name in a long time.
We only had him the one time.
That's because you're a scrub.
Is that what it was?
Shout out to Oscar the Giant, wherever you at, baby.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
your head up.
I
Oscar
will
the Giant. My man is like
you.
5-0.
Yeah, wrestled 5-0 too.
Yeah.
He was doing the hurricane gimmick, right? Everything was big man moves,
Yeah,
but he
exactly.
was
That's
like
why he's
5 foot
Oscar the
tall.
Giant.
Oscar the Giant.
That's why he's the Giant.
I got introduced to him at a fucking Dunkin' Donuts. They're like, "Yeah, he's booked." I'm like, "Yeah, he's booked."
Yeah.
All right, all right.
It was at that time that we should have known.
Yeah, that was the flag. We missed
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
We missed it. We should have got
That's
ahead
it.
of that. Oh shit! As a matter of fact, let's take it back there for a second because there was something that happened in that place when we were all together that was very, very magical for a second. It was the night that we had the Briscoes. I don't think you were there that
Nope.
night. I think you were there. We were part of some tournament or something like that. We were doing for the Primero Championship. And the reason why that night stands out is one of the tournament matches that took place was Murda against Santana now, we'll call him. I don't want to get him in trouble, so we'll call him Santana. They had one of the opening tournament matches. It was like 8 matches, the 4 or like a certain amount of matches, but the winner of each match would be in a 5-star.
Okay.
A 5-star at the end of it. And that's how
I
we would
remember that.
crown the
All right.
Primero champion or
Yes.
whatever. And I was going to slip up.
Ooh,
Santana.
you almost did it.
Santana.
I remember that
and,
night. Creative reared its ugly head on me that night.
Yes. Santana and Murda had a match where I was a little concerned because they were physically fighting each other in this matchup to the point where Murda's hand had been swollen pretty much from wrist to like mid-knuckle. All of it was just red.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the fuck are you guys beating the shit out of each other? Apparently, Jurassic... there it is.
Ooh,
Bam.
did it.
Did it.
All the way.
I almost made it. Damn you,
Go.
Jim Beam. Santana.
Blame it on Jim.
I'm not even going to edit this out. I'm leaving
That's
that
it.
shit in.
Leave
there.
it.
Santana.
Leave it.
Santana.
You know what? We should call him Drastic for the rest of the fucking
All right,
interview.
fuck it, Jurassic. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
All right, I tried. I really
There
did
you
try.
go. Hasta la muerte. Go ahead.
Después.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
I'm just learning.
I couldn't let it hang. I couldn't let it hang out there.
Unagi.
5150.
He apparently his grandfather had passed away like the day before.
Uh-huh.
So he didn't even want to be there. So he came because it was like something he agreed to do and yada yada yada. So apparently he told Murda, he's like, I want to really like go in. He's like, go in. He's like, yeah, go in. I want to go in. So Murda told him, he said, I'm gonna go as in as you go, and we'll see what happens. And Murda was lighting him up. I mean, Jurassic was lighting them up, and Murda's okay, baby, this is it. And they fucked each other up.
He let out his pain.
Yeah, he said at the end of it, I feel like he got like a load off of his chest.
Well.
He still had a 5-way after that, but
As we spoke about,
yeah,
since we're from where we're from,
yes,
we're used to beating the shit out of each other.
mm-hmm.
It's just
Oh,
how you
I
show
remember.
love.
what we do.
Oh, I remember quite. Your big little brother introduced me to that one.
Orsini has run the gauntlet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've survived an unfortunate encounter with the stiff wrestlers, thanks to the big little brother.
Yeah.
He introduced me to that style, not to a little few.
and then you called him back then, which is not good. You would have been
the,
all right.
the
if you did
thinner,
it now.
faster version.
You
I
would've
fought
been-
the bigger, slower
You
version
would've
later.
been
Yeah,
good if it was now.
yeah. Quick story before, because we're going to start to wrap this up soon. But I have a quick story for
Alright.
you, Cage, because I don't think we've ever told you this
All
story.
right.
It's a story about me and Whiplash.
All right.
And we were traveling. We're hitting the road to some godforsaken country out in Connecticut, and we're having this conversation. We're doing, I think it was dual shows that day, and I'm wrestling. He's wrestling somebody else on one show. He's wrestling me on the other. So
Alright,
we're in the
yes.
car driving, and we're talking over the match and what we're going to do and all this stuff. And I was doing this thing at the time where we were doing like a sign of respect type deal where I would always try to start off a super babyface with the handshake and all that stuff. And every match I tried to come up with a different way for the heel to disregard my handshake. And for whatever reason in this car ride, the idea came up for him to shake off the hand a few times and then on the last attempt literally just hawk up and just spit in my hand. And the whole car ride, we must have gone over 20 spots for that match. The only thing he kept coming back to is, I really don't want to spit in your hand. That's
sorry,
over
man.
and over. He's, I really just don't want to spit in your hand.
Man.
It was his only issue the whole time. And then we're like, right before the match, we're in Gorilla. We're da-da-da. Come on, man. You really want to spit in your hand?
That
Yes.
hand spit, man.
And it got super heat, though. Like, it worked, but he was just like...
I just feel bad.
That's actually a great spot.
Because that's how it starts. It's like, boom. Now he doesn't want it. Boom. He's like, no, I don't want to shake your hand.
Now,
boom.
did you
And then-
kayfabe the spit, or did you really hock one?
No, I don't think he
the whole time you're
hocked.
telling this story, I'm like, I want to see the hock go from mouth to hand.
I don't think you hock. He made the motion.
I don't think it was like an actual loogie.
Yeah.
But
like, I want to see the
He
Bret
made,
Hart
he
loogie
made
on
the
his
he
hand.
made,
No.
he made
It's
the
definitely one of
gesture
those.
like he was really like building it up. Like he went all the way back, and then he just, and the whole
Oh,
audience,
you really
and the
whipped out,
whole
man.
audience was just like,
out this guy.
and then I like looked at my hand and I wiped it on the ref. I'm like that, wiped it on the ref.
That ref was not happy.
And then as soon as I turned back, we went right into it.
Wow.
Yeah, he just started. He couldn't take it anymore. He didn't want to deal anymore with this baby. Yeah, and the ref was not. The ref was not with it because he didn't know that shit was happening.
we didn't tell him.
We
that,
didn't tell him it was happening. I thought of it on the spot. I was just trying to play it off, and then because the whole point was is that after the spit, we have to get right into the sequence, and I didn't want to just run at him, so I just went, okay, come here, ref. I grabbed
Yeah,
the
you see
referee,
what I mean?
and then
Yeah.
I turned and
Wipe
we
spit on
synced
me.
up, and we just boom, we just got into it. So I still want that match.
I would have slapped him with his own loogie.
Oy.
There's nothing more fun for me in life than selling a whippersnapper. That shit is so
It's a good
snug.
time.
That shit is so snug.
I've been told that I
Fear
have
the snapper,
probably
people.
the stiffest Stone Cold Stunner ever.
That stunner, and I'm still one of the few. Am I one of the few, or am I still the only one to backflip sell that stunner?
I know.
There's been others, right?
I've had the backflip.
Was I first?
Yes.
Yeah, first.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of the backflip sale.
No, probably not. Because how does that affect you when they do
Oh, no,
all
it
that
doesn't
motion?
affect me at all. It's
It just doesn't look right.
I don't like it. I don't think it looks that bad that you have to backflip out of it.
Which one do you prefer?
It's a
that
little
whole
too sports entertainment for you.
the Scott Hall one where it's
nope. Hate that one too.
Oh Jesus!
He's
We just
always
straight
hated
up
that one.
like,
Actually, my favorite sale is Shawn Michaels. You take it, you bounce it to the
WrestleMania
ground.
14,
That's
baby.
it. It's beautiful.
where
the
it's just
clean-
boom and
the
then
clean
drop.
That's it.
smooth
I mean,
one.
everybody likes the rock sale.
Yeah.
The flip off and all that shit.
Was
Oh,
that
yeah, that's
was
cool.
that Texan right now? The rock sale.
I don't know. I'm drunk, but
It's that Jim Beam, baby.
you know what I mean.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the way the rock sells it is like everybody likes that one. Everybody
Yeah.
likes the Scott Hall.
Marks.
You just because all Sean did was just pop and then to
And
the
that's
side.
it.
That was it.
awesome. It looks legit.
Nice,
It
deliberate
you
sell.
could look like it really
It's
hurts.
a shoot.
It's like a knockout, like
You know
a
what I'm
knockout
saying?
hit.
That's it, baby. I don't want nobody hitting my shoulder and jump 20 feet in the air. Now I gotta wait for you to hit the ground and I gotta pit. Nah, I'm good, man.
Christian music.
Hey,
Speaking of Shawn Michaels, it made me think
I
about
haven't
it.
heard that song in a while.
Christian music. That was what you used to call your super kid.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a good one.
And now that it's been bastardized to death, do we still see?
Which is why I don't see my child that much anymore.
But we still see the.
we see it occasionally. The House of Pain heard some music this past weekend. But as you said it, man, the super kick. You grow up. Who didn't love the super kick growing up? You know what I'm saying?
Super kick
Who
is a
didn't-
punch right now.
Who didn't try to super kick somebody in their life growing up? Everybody. If you ever watched the wrestling match in your life, so you try to super kick your friends, your mom, your cousin. Somebody got super kicked in your life. But like you said, you watch things on TV, and especially if you're live, we go to these shows, and by the time we're called up, I've seen the super kick like 72 times. By that point, the last thing I even want to think about is a super kick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As much as you might love it, but
Well,
like I said,
I do love it. I don't love it as much as the BEE, as I like to call it. The
that's right, the best elbow ever.
Oh, that's
That
a killer.
elbow is nice.
That
It
is
was
a
the
killer.
best elbow ever until I saw Kyrie's, unfortunately. Kyrie's elbow
You know
was a
what?
little-
I'm not even gonna
little
hate on my girl.
devious.
I'm not even gonna hate on her because she even made me feel a certain way about myself. So
Actually,
Sick
might get
kid.
some heat for this. You know what I mean? But I don't really like it.
I don't know if you're going to get
Like,
heat for that.
don't get
Taste
me
is
wrong.
choice.
It's awesome.
Taste is
But
choice.
I-
Reckless for you?
You know what I mean?
You think it's
I-
like overdone? Like she's really like Because that's gonna be like you've been doing that elbow drop for a long time.
I see what he's saying. If we're talking about this like a mathematical equation, I could see how Kyrie's elbow could be a little reckless and could leave like a little common denominator on the side where you don't know where the remainder goes. But when you talk about the best elbow ever, you're talking about the smoothest, the cleanest, the most crispy, and the most on-target elbow in the business. Come at me. I don't care who you are listening to this. You understand?
And he's my partner, so I get to watch it live
Nick,
as it happens.
There you go, Nick Payne. Your elbow sucks a dick.
It sure does. And I have witnessed people just be crushed. Like, all right, yeah, it's supposed to be a work. It's supposed to be, fuck that. My man will fuck your shit up.
Shout out to Iceberg Joe.
Yo, Iceberg Joe. If he could, if you could get if you could get somebody to call in, I would hit him up and tell him to call in just to explain what it feels like
to get the cage
elbow, because my man has been crushed on numerous occasions.
More than once.
Okay, no,
he keeps laying there like an idiot.
And then,
he loves it.
Then with the fucked up shit, like it's not even like a plan with us, but when he takes it. It's my frog splash coming right after that. So
yeah.
It's not fun.
It's that double tap.
Even though I'm I was a lot fatter than I am now, so it hurt more. But it still hurts.
Yeah, it's still very
Iceberg
impactful
Joe.
move.
Shout out to the Iceberg Joe.
All right, guys. You guys have the cage match coming up. WXWC4
Hell
tag
yeah.
team titles on the line against your opponents.
Bad intentions.
Bad intentions.
And what else do you guys have coming up? As we close out here, this tag team match.
Actually, we got some dates coming up that are still in development. We got something coming up this week that we're still getting some details on. We're gonna be rolling with some members of the Samoan Dynasty this weekend. I don't want to give too many details because I kind of want it to be a little bit of surprise, and I don't want to let people know what's going on. But
it's a big thing.
Just don't be surprised. And let's just keep the words beyond wrestling in the back of our minds. You see that the GOAT is a promoting machine. We're letting the fans know the extended family what's going on 24/7. But lately I've been keeping things close to the chest for a reason, because there's some big things on the horizon. There's some big appearances we got coming on. There's some big projects we got going, and they're just going to start dropping on you like bad storms. You understand what I'm talking about? You're not even going to see it coming. You're going to be like, what is this? It's just coming at me. It's the greatest of all time.
I love it, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to wait for you guys to like be really, really super, super successful, and then I'm going to come back as your manager right at the top. No, I'm playing. Baby. I'm playing.
That is
I am playing.
That's all right. Family's always growing. Brother O is always a member of the family, family advisor, the consigliere. He's the man that makes the deals, okay?
Well, I appreciate
He makes the show. You want the dough, he makes the show. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I remember that line. Yeah. That's what happens when you're drunk in front of a camera.
There you go,
man.
I remember everything, baby.
Oh, man. Listen, guys, I appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you for being episode 50.
That's it. We are viejos on your podcast.
Yes.
That's it.
I don't know if you guys heard from
the golden age.
A previous episode that I had done. The way that these episodes seem to work itself out. They happen every week, but I'm going to do episode 1. I'm already planning episode 100 is going to be a live event with phone calls.
Nice.
So I already got a guy who's going to set that up for me, and we're going to get in there, and I'm going to try it out. But until then...
And we're having some guests, is what you're saying.
I'm going to have guests definitely between now and 100. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have guests. You're going to be back here way before 100. Right. I'm just saying, like, we're expanding over here as well. We're going to start branching out, doing other things, phone calls, stuff like that. Because believe it or not, like I've only been doing this since October, but the biggest thing I get asked all the time is I want to call. I want to talk to you.
Word.
I don't have the equipment to do that.
I would love to get some callers in. Everybody that's listening, holla at your boys the next time we online.
Iceberg Joe.
Iceberg Joe. Listen, I want to get Iceberg Joe on whether you guys are on the show or not. I want to hear about this elbow. I'm just gonna call. I'm gonna call him randomly for my equipment. Just be like, hey, is this Iceberg Joe? Yeah, who's calling? That cage elbow, bitch. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Multiple times. You're an idiot. Move. Every time you see cage, roll. Veteran.
Can't fight it, man, because before that comes a ZVT, so
it's
over for you after that.
Okay, yeah. So now you're just basically dead weight at that point.
That's it. You just murder, you know what I mean?
All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Congratulations on your success as tag team champions. Good luck in the steel cage. I'm sure I'll be getting some messages from some of you guys. Let me know how it goes.
I'll keep you posted on the injury.
If you guys want to check them out, the social media stuff. I'm gonna have it tagged already, but where are you guys headed? But
I know
YouTube,
Brother O is going to have it tagged up all over AJ Orsini's Uncensored Mind. But hit your boys up on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. Search the greatest of all time. Search the GOAT, GO4T. You got us on Facebook.com. At the GOAT, GO4T -- greatest of all time. You got us on Instagram, GO4T _ greatest of all time. You got us on Twitter at the GOAT, and you got us on YouTube. Search GOAT TV. That's GO4 TV presents on YouTube, baby. For everybody internationally, I want to say thank you for listening to AJ Orsini's Uncensored Mind. Rep the brother. Buy that sexy ass t-shirt.
Yes.
All right. Buy the greatest of all time t-shirt.
Yes.
Keep your
Buy
eyes
all
out
the
for the new
t-shirts.
merch coming. Everybody in the UK, I hear AJ Orsini's Uncensored Mind is growing out there. Yo, UK. Check out the GOAT, baby. You won't regret it. We coming to your town real soon.
Get the Zoltan to go to IPW or something over there.
That's right.
On
Tell your
Progress.
promoters. Scream
so
the
with
greatest of all time. Tell them you want the Z Squad coming to your town, the hometown boys.
That 4 is important. I got a few messages from the first episode you guys did where they were trying to search me and they couldn't find it. The 4 is very important. For the most part, the 4 takes place of the A for most of the social
That's
media
right.
stuff, right? Right, so that's very important, guys. You got to get that 4.
GO4T, guys. Look for it. The 4 stands for all for one.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for sharing. And, of course, thank you for enjoying episode 51. And we'll catch you guys next week. I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. I know that I am, but I just want to take this minute to remind you guys that as much as you enjoy listening to me on the show, you can also see me on the YouTube channel that I have, AJ Orsini 96 host. You can check out my channel and see actual videos. There's some audio clips, exclusive content that didn't make the episodes that I put onto the YouTube channel, but videos of me ring announcing, calling matches, anything, interviews with some of the biggest stars in the business today that you may not know that I've worked with. I've got all the video evidence there on the YouTube channel, so go check that out. Once again, / AJ Orsini 96 host at YouTube.
Anybody house, listen to my daddy song. Or see me in the mine.